Hi and welcome to my channel. It's been quite a long year. I knew that the next POE1 league will be delayed, but it's been a year. I think it was terrible choice decision actually, right? I don't know. POE2 was kind of okay, but it's not POE1. We don't have blighted content at all. So for me, it was like I don't know. I was worried that basically this game is dead and this channel is dead, and it's a new reality. But thankfully, they are gonna keep POE1 up and maybe give some love to Blighted in the next leagues. I think Mark Roberts mentioned this during interview, so that's a really great news. And about 3.26, well, it's let's say refurbished 3.25 with Atlas expansions, some quality of life improvements. For Blighted map enjoyers, not much changes. Although always there's always something that changes, right? Whether they add some currency, economy is different. They nerf Sanctum, so it might be that Blight-Ravaged maps are better profit than in previous leagues. Maybe we will aim for different rewards and different oil strategies will be better. They change Blighted Scarabs, so we will need to check what is the price of oils, right? Which will determine which strategy is optimal. And build-wise, I think every update and change of games and equipment basically ignored this build. The other build that some people played on League Start in 3.25 was this Chieftain, but that build was a little bit nerfed with fire traps. So overall, I think I will be starting Poison Crema, especially that I don't have that much of time to discover anything new. And it's been a year, and I want to check how those minor tweaks like golems, AG, and mercenaries play out with this build. Whether we can improve something or maybe some new items. I don't know, maybe some new tech. I think I'll spend some time after a year of not playing this build at all. I'm not mad of playing again the same build, right? So nothing really changed with this build. I'll cover this in a second, explaining what you need to do to follow it. I will also explain in this video roughly what to do if you want to rush Blight-Ravaged maps on maybe day 1, day 2, day 3, based on how much you play and how good you are. So yeah, that will be basically content of this video. I will also explain at the end a little bit my plans for this league. Unfortunately, I won't be able to, let's say, invest a lot of time early on, so I think the typical strategy analysis videos will be, let's say, delayed a bit, but there is a community on Discord. This is my Discord, link will be in the description, and people there also share some nuances and what's currently good, what's their experience. So make sure that you hop in and engage in the discussion. There are plenty of good players, plenty of really nice and keen players helping and answering all the questions you might have regarding Blight or basically POE. So I think that's really good. So maybe starting with the basics. So for 3.25, I wrote, where is it? I wrote a written guide, basically how to start with this build. I will link this video and you can navigate from there. There are links already with POVs and stuff. Yeah, there's also a little bit of description in the video as well. So if you watch this video and you read this guide, you'll know exactly what to do on day 1. If you've never done this before, I will now explain it, let's say, again. So, well, basically we play Cremation because that's quite cheap build that gives us a possibility to clear triple till ravaged maps, and we can basically do that day 1, day 2, day 3. Sometimes in some leagues this was let's say kind of I don't want to say not possible, but there was very little incentive to do this because you had to pay a lot for the ravaged map, while normal blight like red map was quite cheaper and gave you better loot. So it's always matter when to switch from Blighted map to Ravaged map. I usually say that like a level 85, 86 should be the threshold where you basically swap to Ravaged map. And this build lets you do that, and you don't need a lot of items. It's very cheap, it's very effective. It's a glass cannon, but if you play well, you won't be losing maps. And before you run corrupted maps, you can really avoid those hard modifiers, right? So that's roughly the idea. Then the only difference from this guide will be that well, yeah, we have a new version. So the first line, it was an edit, so that's kind of important to follow actually this POB. I will include this, but the original POB, I believe I can open this, should have a few versions, like day 1, day 2, day 3. So you can still refer this to, as an idea, right? So how to first develop the tree before you have the cluster jewels, before you go for 200%, so that you can clear any map. That should be roughly it. And then you have the other the other version. This is like treated like day 5 with cluster jewels that focus on the EOE, and it's pretty min-maxed build. And what I mean by min-maxed, it's min-maxed in budget, which means there is no mage blood, there is no like mirror level gear. I'd say it's something you can farm in 5 days by playing a couple hours a day. Something you can get like megalomaniacs, water eyes, etc., and everything is explained in the other video, right? So this is the 200% increased AoE Poison Cremation. So make sure that this is your go-to version of the build, right? So here we have everything you need. Again, you have like day 1 Blighted map video guide, the original cremation built by Jangron. You have more footage. You have leveling links, and the written guide is a little bit more specific, right? So here you have how to do it. Regardless, if you want to play something else, you can still read this. It will be helpful for you. How to skip Atlas, because we don't need Atlas points at all. Which ring annoyance to apply, how to run maps before your character can kill any monster. So right, the idea is that you farm your currency doing Blighted maps without killing any monster. The towers kill the monsters for you, and you use oils to actually cheese the mechanic, right? So that's kind of smart. And early on, that's pretty profitable, like 300 to 400 chaos per hour. Day 1, where divine is like 50 chaos, maybe 60. So you can, if you play straight away like 10-15 hours, you can get rich and snowball a bit, buy some items that will get more expensive in next days, and then play Ravaged maps and go for your chase uniques, right? So I won't be explaining everything in here. This is quite a long guide. I really suggest you just reading through it. If you are new, if you're not new, or you played this in 3.25, nothing changed, and that's my message here, right? So again, this is like a league starter video for 3.25. Nothing changed. There are like day 2 and 3 POBs. They are okay. You can clear the maps with them pretty fine. The only reason why I let's say worked on a better version, which is this 200 increased AoE, because I wanted to test Twist of Fate last league, which was done. I will talk about this results of this in a second. But overall, this build, it has much higher success rate and can do the content towerless with all the mods. And yeah, you can lose if you lose your focus, sure, because that's Blighted map. If you, I don't know, if you look away for 5 seconds, your map is done, right? So you still need to pay attention. This build is squishy. If you die, or you have like a shield, proximity shield, or any other mod like immune to cold towers, etc., monsters can let's say very fast reach your pump. So that still requires some attention from you, but this is very good build, right? And this is the version that I was satisfied with. I ran 200 maps with Twist of Fate, some without, some were 11 mods, some were 8 mods, and I didn't have any problems. So that build basically works. It does the job. Is it best build that you can have, like looking from the top end? No, it's not. You can also put a mage plot in it. Maybe try to get a little bit more DPS. Maybe trying to go for crit and you know, and stuff like this. But I don't think it's worth it. To me, it's a tool to get money, and then maybe play meta build, because it will be expensive. You want to play like something like all-rounder that has best DPS in the game, you need like a couple hundred divines, right? And starting with ravaged maps is pretty cool. You don't need to focus on completion atlas. You get the rewards of loot explosions early on, and everything is valuable. Like, you can find like nice ring, nice jewel. You have a lot of flasks that you can roll. It's just fun way to play the game. So that will be about the build. Regarding upgrades, like I mentioned, I will explore some new additions like golems, because it increases dot multi or dot damage. I can't remember, but anyway, I think this is passively more damage. So I think one slot in our gems, especially that we have a lot of flexibility, like with Withering Step, like Immortal Call, we can drop everything like that. We have some auras, like I believe auras give us a little bit of damage, so that's a bummer. Like Vitality, it's 8% of damage due to our passive, but in the end, I think it's here. So in the end, yeah, we have a lot of flexibility. What we do with this build, we don't use a lot of skills, so we can put Animated Garden, we can put Golem, we can play with Mercenary, but I think you will need to find this by completing Atlas. So I don't know how this will all play out, how tanky those, let's say, minions will be, if they can give us any value in Ravaged map, then I'm all in for it, and maybe there will be some updates to this build. Overall, I can't see anything changing. There were some additions to Atlas. I haven't even updated POB, so I will check this later. I don't think there's anything interesting for us, so this just remains as it is. Watching those vids will explain more than enough. If you have any questions, jump to Discord. I'm there. I'll try to help you. And that's, I think, the build-wise. Then I think really important message, and what I spent a lot of time last week discovering, and I don't think a lot of you really have noticed this video, is my test of Twist of Fate. So maybe starting, what is Twist of Fate? Yeah. So Twist of Fate is a node that basically rerolls your corrupted map to another outcome unpredictably, and it adds 1 to 3 map modifiers. That means it will increase your map beyond your normal roll, whether it was 8 mod or 4 mod, it will add 1 to 3 extra mods. That's great, because it comes with increased item quantity that translates into loot. However, the problem with that is what I discovered last week, is that you basically lose the quality of a map. So as you can see here, I have not applied chisels to this map, and we use regular chisels which add basically item quant to the map. I'll get them to the map, right? So I already have one. So you can see 20% quality is 20% item quantity. It doesn't look a lot, but apparently it translates into more loot in a significant way. Plus, when we use Twist of Fate, the outcome is randomized, which means you're not in control how, let's say, how many quantity you have. I don't really want to dive into the reasons. I've covered this in the video here. So I covered it in this video, so you can always jump in there and check it out. The outcome of the test is that the most optimal strategy is basically to juice your maps. So using Alkan Scour, trying to hit highest possible item quantity, but of course don't take it too seriously. I'd really get something like 40 plus, whatever is your minimum threshold. Otherwise you will spend up rolling this forever, and well, The problem with high rolled maps are the chance for, let's say, hard mode, like monster speed cannot be reduced under base value, or elemental reflect or whatever is high. So based on what you play, what are your let's say weak points of your build, you might struggle with that, right? So the other idea is that basically, I don't know, roll 5 mods with 43% or more rarity and then X slam. It usually takes like 6-7 exalts per 10 maps to get 6 mods. And then when you have a 6 mod, of course, you apply some oils. So you apply some oils to the map. When you do that, then you can corrupt it. And yeah, you can see it stayed the same. So now we have pretty nice map. It's 52% of rarity, 350 quant, and that works really better than not running this map and running Twist of Fate. And this has been proven with this data. The difference is quite significant. It's like 30 divines per, I don't know how many maps were there. It was quite a long time ago. I believe minimum 50. So yeah, there's definitely for some it could be more, maybe 70. I can't remember, it was a long time ago, but yeah, the sample wasn't like it was 210, so it was 70 maps each. The video says it was 210, so it was 70 maps each, and that's not a lot. But on the other hand, if you're gonna play a league, how many maps are you going to run? I think that's not much more. Maybe you're gonna run 400s, so you just lose 30 divines out on 70. So playing, let's say, not optimal way, you will spend exact same time doing exact same thing, but with less efficiency. So I find this quite important to let's say, to announce that yeah, you shouldn't be re-rolling high rolled maps, high rolled corrupted maps with Twist of Fate. You need to separate maps like this from maps like this and maps like this, right? So you really want to run 6 modes. You can decide whether a map like 45 is Twist of Fate or not. It can be better, it doesn't need to. What I tested, I played exclusively 6 mod at 8 mods. It resulted in a really nice way. I think the threshold was like I mentioned, like 43% plus, maybe 44%. So anything below that, I used Twist of Fate, and it worked good for me. While playing 8, the mix one is playing 8 mods plus Twist of Fate. So whatever is not 8 mod, sorry, this is 8 mod. So whatever is not 8 mod, like 65, etc., I applied Twist of Fate. So applying Twist of Fate to maps like this with 20% quality, losing that, losing the high roll is as you can see much less effective. But playing Twist of Fate exclusively, so not even rolling the maps, just corrupting, applying oils and corrupting them is way worse, right? So if you ever thought this is the end game, it's not. Even though, like I said in the beginning, this sounds pretty nice. 1 to 3 extra additional map modifiers. Who wouldn't want that? But at the cost of quality, and who knows, maybe fragments. Who knows what else? It's just not working, and that's my data. I'm gonna trust my data. I'll just roll maps as high as possible, then apply Twist of Fate to low rolls. I suggest you do the same. With this said, I will be running some tests this league as well. I don't have any plan yet. Let's see how it plays out. I guess I might find an idea while playing, or if not, maybe I'll try to figure something out. I will definitely try to focus on oil combination early on, but I think that the first video should be when the economy stabilizes, so maybe week 2 or something. Before it's really pointless, because before I finish testing like 100 maps, economy already shifts, and with a lot of changes around scarabs, the oil prices might be very different to what we've seen last league, so different strategies might be optimal. That's always dynamic. So even though we don't have any direct change to Blight-Ravaged content, it's always something new. We have new text for our build. We have golems. We have animated guardian and mercenary. So while Mercenary doesn't increase our loot, and we cannot use rarity because it doesn't seem to work with Blight-Ravaged map at all. The only value I see is basically increasing monsters' health, and that can be interesting because well, basically our explosions are based on corpses' maximum life. So increasing this further, and that's one of the reasons why those builds are effective. It's that Blighted maps had 200% more monster life. So increasing this further with Mercenary can boost our DPS and make, let's say, our life easier. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out. And I hope that you're gonna have a great league. Please remember to check out my channel. There are plenty of useful 3.25 Blight-Ravaged related videos where I dive into very specific things, where I try to discover a top end for this content. I've been doing this for many leagues now, so there is always something that you can watch, and it's probably still relevant because this content doesn't change at all. And Mark suggested recently that he would like to have a little bit of revamp or rework of Blight-Ravaged, or basically Blighted content in POE 1. So maybe we can see some big updates next week. That would be awesome, although it might ruin, let's say, our content a bit, right? So it could be too flashy, like Sanctum, and then just getting hit by a nerf train. I really like it where it is now. I would just want some quality of life improvements, maybe some new spice like new oils, right? So just extending this combination, I don't know, even double this, or because most of them are useless. So we basically have like 3 reward types, which is double chest for rewards, increased quantity, and lucky chests. And I would like to see more, because that's where the fun is. Risking it all for profit and discovering the strategies is what really makes it all exciting. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you're gonna stay tuned. Last thing, please remember that we have a community Discord where there are plenty of cool people talking about stuff around POE, so you can ask questions, you can enjoy discussion, or simply help others. And you're always welcome if you just go there to have fun instead of I don't know, doing stupid shit. There weren't that many people so far, so I have huge respect to the community that watches my videos. Only good people do that, no trolls and stuff. So that's appreciated, and I hope you're gonna have a great league start. I hope that my videos were useful to you, that the guide helps you playing the game totally different than what developers really designed the game for. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Cheers.